Yes, it's working. Okay. Hey, I really appreciate you guys coming into the office. I know that we intended to do this as house, but Jeremy, you just got back from the airport. How was your trip to Dallas?
It was great.
It was?
I'm excited about moving there.
Yeah, I am too for you guys. That's really exciting. Hey, listen, did y'all look at that whole pre-listing package that I sent you a couple days ago, Shelley? Did you see
Yes,
that?
yes, we did.
Good. Well, let's get started. You want to?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I want you to know that sometimes there's like some funny nerves or feelings about this because it feels like your first negotiation selling a house, and nothing's further from the truth. Basically, one of three things is going to happen today. Either I'm really going to do a great job of presenting why the home locator team produces value for you selling your house quickly for the most money possible and obviously getting you to Dallas. We're going to communicate really well. We're going to connect, and you're going to say, hey, I really want you to take the listing. Or I'm not going to do such a good job. You might be tired from traveling. We're just going to kind of not get it done. And you're going to decide, no, you don't want me to take the listing. Or when we get through, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? We're really good friends and all that stuff, but I don't think we can help you, and I'll turn down the listing. And whatever happens is okay. Is that fine?
That's
Sure,
absolutely
that's great.
Okay, so let's get started now. Basically, what I'm curious about is, have you worked with a realtor before?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and where was that?
When we bought this house, actually.
Awesome. And how did that go?
It was actually
Good.
pretty
Yeah,
It was
painless.
good.
Okay.
It was good. What did you like about that experience? Is it okay if I take a couple notes?
Sure,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
What did you like about that experience?
You know, we looked at a lot of houses. Our agent was knowledgeable,
Okay.
and they took care of everything for us.
Okay. Fantastic. So they're knowledgeable. What else?
They knew what we were. Yeah, they knew what we were looking for.
So they spent some time.
Yes, they spent some time. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm kind of curious. So it was good. What
Yes.
would have made it great? What would have made it just a 10 experience for you guys?
You know, if we'd gotten that house we wanted, that we lost out on multiple offers.
Okay.
That really.
I agree. Absolutely.
Okay. So what do you think the realtor could have done differently there?
I guess been a little bit more aggressive
Okay.
and been able to get us exactly what we wanted.
Okay.
We liked the house, but we feel like we had to settle.
Okay. So if the realtor had taken a more proactive, aggressive stance on that piece of property, you think you might have got it, and that would have made it a 10 experience?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What would have made it a 10 plus?
That's a good question.
Because you know this is your investment.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And it's an honor for a realtor to get a chance to list your home. So I'm just curious, if that's a 10, what's the cherry on top? What's the thing? So if we actually are very knowledgeable about this area, and the home locator team is,
Mm-hmm.
and we have an aggressive posture, in fact, you'll find that we are very tenacious, what's that one other thing that we could do so that you can say, oh my gosh, this was a 10 plus experience. This is just really an over the top experience for us.
I think if we had a step-by-step process, if we knew what was coming around every bend, that would probably make it better for us. So, you know, I like to really be in the loop and know all of the details.
Okay.
I'm one of those detail-oriented
Well, that's
people.
why you're getting that promotion to Dallas, isn't it? Yeah.
That's right.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
How does that fit in with the communication style?
Well, I'm very detail-oriented. I like lots of information, facts, reports. You know, Shelley here, she goes more off of, you know, the house, what it looks like.
Absolutely,
You
yeah.
know, so
Feel.
It feels like
So
home.
you are a good team then, aren't you?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know the right team gets the right results, and the wrong team gets the wrong results. So
That's
what-
right.
And that's why I'm applying for the job. You know that, right?
Absolutely, thank you.
So what I hear you saying is if we do the same thing that other realtors did, but what we add on top of it is a more tenacious approach to your goals, and we overly communicate our step-by-step process, would that be a 10 plus?
Yes, it would.
That sounds
Mhm.
good.
Well, that's what we're going to do. And I want to tell you why. First of all, because you deserve it. But second of all, what we've learned, the home locator team, what we've learned is when we provide the 10 plus service to our clients, and it's just over the top, and it's more than goosies, it's actually what they deserve, then we get what we deserve, which is about 2 or 3 referrals before we ever sell your house. So thank you in advance for those referrals.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Okay, so listen, most people, we sell a whole lot of houses. In fact, our office moved 79 houses last month.
Oh, wow.
And most folks sell once every 10 years. So usually people word it differently, but everybody wants to know the same 4 questions. What's the process like today? Why pick me as your realtor? And then how much and how long? Does that make sense? So if we answer those 4 questions, are there any other questions that you think you're going to have before you make the decision to work with me?
No,
I think
that
you've
sounds
answered
about
them
right.
all.
Well, then let's do that.
All
Okay.
right.
So the process hasn't changed that much, except the world has gotten really small. You know, back in the days when I honestly first became a realtor, all you did is kind of put a sign in the yard, put it in the MLS, and you wait to see what happened. And now, the realtors that are overperforming, the real estate teams that are really getting great results, like the home locator team does for their folks, is they're taking a proactive stance. They're actually in the phones, and you'll find that they're on the phones prospecting daily. They're using social media and technology to get that stuff done, because what we want to do is make the biggest splash in the pond as possible and take advantage of those ripples before it dissipates. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's really smart that when we show up at the dance, Shelley, that we have on the right outfit, and we don't wait till we have negative feedback and go home and change.
Absolutely.
And you'll see that our experience is going to allow you to do that.
Sounds great.
Now, the home locator team, everybody stands for something differently, or at least they should. And our little thing, and we're really proud of being associated with Keller Williams. And Keller Williams and what they stand for, and win-win or no deal and integrity, the right thing, those really speak to us. But we had to carve out our own niche. Does that make sense? And what we're going to tell you is we believe that the transaction is all about you. And so you can hold us accountable to kind of a 5-point stance that we're along the way, we're going to educate you, we're going to protect you, we're going to empower you, and of course, save you time and money. So that's what you can call us out for, and that would be your expectations and why we'd be the great realtor of choice. Does that make sense?
Sounds great.
So I'm just curious, before we talk about your home, does it sound like that we're the right company for the job?
Absolutely.
Okay. So remember when I said the right team gets the right results?
Mhm.
That's the real estate too. What do you think? Do you think we'll be in business together?
I think that's
I
very
Then let's
so.
figure out what we're going to price your home at. How does that
Thank
sound?
you.
All right.
Now, a lot of realtors, what they do is they come in with this report, and they say this is a CMA, and that's real estate talk for this is my opinion, because who made the report?
the agent.
They did. And so what does it say? What they want it to say.
Right.
Does that make sense? And that doesn't make it wrong. It just means it wasn't really a partnership. So what I would like to do really quickly, if that's okay with you, is let's decide on the right price to attack the market with. Can we do that together?
Mhm.
And so basically what happens is I've come up with the MLS data on 2 different sets of homes. And they're both in your neighborhood, or at least, Shelley, they feed into the same elementary school, and they're the same square footage,
Okay.
and about the same age.
All right.
So these are the 4 houses that are active,
Okay.
which means we'll be competing against them.
Mhm.
So these are the other folks that we're going to be competing against. And of these 4, and you can see the square footage here and how long they've been on the market and what their prices are and the details. Which one of these 4 do you think is most like your house?
Probably number 3.
You think? Have you been in that house before?
No.
Okay, so let's put that one on top. So this is probably the house we'll be competing against the most. Does that make sense? Now this other stack of paper, these are the 4 that have recently sold. And so they've had success stories. They're already in Dallas, right?
All right.
And so there's the same area, and based on that one, it's one of these 2 probably. Would you agree?
Yes.
Which one do you think is most like your house?
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. And you notice that they do have that addition on the back of the house, right? So this price, you see the price, it took them 84 days to sell at this price, is too low. Do you know why? Because it's in the rearview mirror. It's already happened.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
This price is too high because it's still for sale.
For sale.
Right? If it was the right price, it would be sold.
Sold.
Right.
So somewhere between this price war and this beauty contest is the value of our home, the economic point in which our home will sell in today's market. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Shelley, with 10 being, oh my gosh, the best house in the neighborhood, and 1 being the worst, how would you think your house stands up?
I would say probably a 7. I'm sure there's
Okay.
some things we need to do.
I'm going to go with an 8.
You know, I think you're right. So if this is the range, right? This is the too high and this is too low, and we're looking for the right price because we're the right team,
Mhm.
and we're an 8, where do you think we should be priced? Right?
Right in the
I
middle.
agree with you. So what we'll do is this is the right price to take it to market.
Okay.
And Jeffrey, if we need to go a little quicker, we could do it here. And Shelley, if you don't mind us doing some work with some stage art, we might go here.
Okay.
But we can't go above here because that's too high or they would already be sold. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would like to do is talk about, well, the timing of doing that and what it would look like, how Showing Solution works, and a few other things. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Sounds awesome.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you so much. I
Thank
look forward
you.
to being in business with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you
Thank
guys.